up? What up? And welcome to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world-famous and critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. My name is David Breen, and with me, as always, my dear friend, co-host, award-winning actor, and what gingers want to be, Braden Bullard. Braden, how are you?
David. I'm good, man. I got this pent-up energy. I've been laid up in bed. I did some PRP about 4 days ago now, and feeling like a new man. I feel like I got injected with cum.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
That's, Butter's
what makes new men.
special goo.
It's what makes new men.
Yeah.
Cum.
Exactly.
Cum is what makes new men, so that's how it makes sense.
It's either mom's breast milk or cum.
Or 100% Cambodian breast milk.
Yeah. That's rare shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think you knew about that.
No, you got to go find a Cambodian, get the breast milk.
Guys,
That's authentic Cambodian breast milk.
If there's one thing you're going to learn from the 5-6 Kings podcast, it's to go get some Cambodian breast milk. It's the best. All right? Go Google that shit and inject it directly into your nuts.
No, you just drink it with a sugar cookie. Get a sugar cookie and you wash it down with Cambodian breast milk.
I love sugar cookies.
Dude, they're great.
They're so good.
They're great. It's never my choice of cookie.
No.
But they're great.
But especially when you mmix it with the breast milk.
Yeah, there's something about that.
Yeah.
Although I imagine a chocolate chip cookie would be just as good. Yeah, it'd probably be better because chocolate chip cookie's better.
Chocolate chip cookie. I mean, it's got to be something about the chocolate, specifically the chocolate chips, that differentiates it from the sugar cookie, and the way that accompanies with the milk.
Why are you putting emphasis on chocolate chips?
Because the taste, bro. You need the chocolate chip with the milk.
Yeah, always.
That's what I'm saying. That's
always,
the difference. Yeah. Even though some people might think, well, the sugar, but you're already getting sugar from the milk.
But, like, if you're listening to this right now, if you're watching this right now, and you think sugar cookies are better than chocolate chip cookies, you can turn us off now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because nobody thinks that.
No one thinks that.
No, you're a psycho if you're like,
if you're
I prefer
the person,
sugar cookies.
Yeah, if you're the person who
Fuck
brings
you.
sugar cookies to the party instead of chocolate chip,
Fuck you.
I get mad.
Oh yeah, no one's gonna eat those.
I get physically angry.
Let's watch how long your fucking sugar cookies sit on the table there.
And the party gets done, and there's still an entire tray.
Oh, look at that! All the sugar cookies
yeah.
are there. And they're like, oh, we'll keep them. You guys have them later. I'm like, no, you can take your sugar cookies home with you, because nobody wants them.
And then they return it back to Publix.
If people wanted your sugar cookie, there'd be an empty tray of sugar cookies right there.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, you don't have to be so mean about it, David. I go, yes, I do.
Yeah.
How else are you gonna learn?
I get if there was no chocolate chip cookies, but that's not the prerogative.
No, but they bring a thing of sugar cookies from Publix, put it out like they did something special. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the husband eats a few of the cookies. Because they're like, see?
Yeah.
That's why
My wife's great.
See, they're good.
Yeah. She knows all.
I like them. Like, great, you can take them.
Yeah.
You like them so much.
And she still
Fuck
was
you.
like, you're not getting anything tonight. No one ate my sugar cookies. It's all your fucking fault.
Fucking terrible idea to bring the sugar cookies. Yeah, I know you said chocolate chip.
That did it for Garage.
God. It's been a minute since we've been here, huh?
I was gonna say, other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing well. I'm trying to think. It's been like a couple weeks since we've recorded. It's been the first time in a while. We got ahead of the game, and now we're way behind the game. Like, we're going to record this and pretty much upload it. Like,
which means we're right on time.
Yeah, it does. Well, we are. We're not behind by any means, but I think since we recorded, I went and saw Sublime up in Winter Park, Florida.
Nice.
They're touring. Bradley Noel, he died of a heroin overdose in the 90s, and now his son is in his 20s, and he's now the front man for Sublime, and they're very good. Nice. They're much better than when they played with Rome, who's the Rome Ramirez. He's a fat Mexican. They were Sublime with Rome, and Rome kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Jacob Noel, thumbs up, Jacob. Thumbs up. Keep up the good work.
Well,
yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, and also went to a place called Soseki.
Soseki.
Soseki. It was a sushi place.
Do you guys got anything for me to suck on?
I had a real sushi lady make
said?
a real sushi sandwich with a real sushi sword.
That's the
It's
best.
fantastic.
It's so great.
Yeah, man. And just life.
Yeah.
Just fucking life, you know? I had a big injection in my Achilles.
Definitely bigger than mine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. They were like, all right, so it's going to be 72 hours the whole time. They're like, you got to stay out for 72 hours. And then after they did it, he was like, yeah, 72 hours, maybe like 5 days, a week tops, but don't do anything for 2 weeks.
Dude, that's the worst. It's the worst when someone, hypes you up like, oh, it's only going to be 3 days, and then it becomes 2 weeks.
And it's like, yeah, well, a week tops of like not being able to move it at all.
Yeah.
But you're going to want to do nothing for 2 full weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Great.
All right, man.
Yeah. Love to hear that.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's what every patient wants to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess other than that, sounds like you're doing pretty good. Sounds like Sublime's carrying you through the week.
Oh, Sublime's carrying me through, man. Sublime got me there.
My whole life. Well, David, you know what else is Sublime?
Oh, give it to me.
Apes. Apes are Sublime.
Yeah, they are.
They're all fucking monkeying.
Yeah, very Sublime.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you know what else is not cool? War. That's not cool. It actually is super sick.
Yeah, it's pretty
like on a guy level.
It's pretty cool in film and just in film, not in like the real world.
No, not in the real world.
I don't like look at what's going on in fucking Israel.
Yeah,
guys from Palestine. I'm like, oh, that's pretty sick.
That's
like that's not cool.
Not cool.
But war in a movie almost
is
always
the
cool.
Best.
Yeah.
And they definitely nailed it in the beginning. I will say.
Yeah.
In the beginning,
this movie. It should not be called War for the Planet of the Apes.
It should not.
It should be called Look at All These Apes in Prison.
Yeah.
Because that's what most of this fucking movie is.
Half of the movie. Yeah. Literally, half of the movie is that.
Nonsense.
And that's a bit, like, I get it, dude. You guys are trying to find this way of not showing wars.
And it built a conflict and, and
it built a really good resolution kind of thing.
Yeah, like, whatever. Them being in prison...
It's a good story, but it's a misleading title in a way.
Have them get captured at the end of fucking Dawn.
Yeah.
Or have a movie in the beginning.
Thank you.
Like do something to where there's don't call a movie War for the Planet of the Apes and have most of the movie be all of the apes in prison.
Dude, and half the movie was just Caesar, basically. And, his posse, his small posse.
The movie should be Caesar.
No, it should be.
Caesar's the man.
He is the man. But it should be with, a fucking army.
Yes.
Because you're going to war.
Said just Caesar, like, nah, I got this, baby. Don't you even worry about nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I not that it wasn't a good script or good character build or writing, this or that.
The script was good. I like what they did and all of, I liked all of it.
I liked it, but I just felt like they could have chose some things a little bit differently.
Yes.
And just kind of given the audience a little bit more of what they wanted, which is war. At the end of the day, they wanted more war, and they kind of tiptoed around that a little bit.
Well, why do you think they wanted more war? Because that was the name of the fucking movie.
Exactly.
That
was a trick question.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like us being
monkeys?
like, oh man, like there wasn't enough fighting in the movie. Call it something else.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, call it something else.
Yeah, Conquest of Caesar or something.
Yeah,
anything. It's not even a conquest, but
yeah, but whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. This wasn't a war.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I went into, I remember being so utterly hyped to watch this film because in the trailer they were showing the majority of the war shots, scenes that we kind of get in this film was mostly in the trailer. So I'm thinking dude, we're about to get 2 hours of straight fucking apes versus humans battle war. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be emotional. There's going to be fucking a lot of death. But instead it was kind of the same old where you're not getting the full extent of what you think you're going to get in these movies, I feel like. Yeah. Still stunning, beautiful, well done.
Still cool.
Yeah.
All of that shit.
Yeah.
Just shouldn't have been called War for the Planet of the Apes.
And I get it. It's because we're just starting out where there's some battles, but it's not even really a war. It's more like some battles, a couple battles. But we see one battle from after the last movie ended. And we get a couple things. So right off rip, we get some dialogue on the screen. And one thing I found that was interesting, it says it's 15 years since they escaped.
Yeah, we'll do it. Let's not get too far into the plot right now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, let's get into money.
Just
and shit.
I
feel that.
We'll get way off here and then.
Yeah, I feel that.
And we'll talk money when we're like 5 scenes into the movie. People are like, what's going on in this episode?
Yeah. So David, what do you think for the budget?
So the budget last time was
170.
170. I'm gonna say 200 even.
Lower
than 170.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They thought like we kind of over budgeted last time. We could get the same buy with lower budget. I mean, still almost as much, but lower.
Yeah, I don't even want to guess. It frustrates me that it was lower because of how much money they made and how this movie could have been cooler.
Exactly. What you said. It should have been a $30 million more budget to showcase more war, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. But instead they were like...
They made $540 million profit on the last one and made a like $400-something million profit on the one before that.
Yeah.
And weren't like, let's put more of that into the budget. They were like, no, whatever.
Let's take away.
Yeah, people are going to go see it. What?
150.
Jesus.
150 million.
I mean, I'm not going to scoff. That's a lot of money, but...
No, yeah. But even that, 150 million, and I felt like we still could have gotten more even from that budget. Like, there were some cool scenes, like the way that they set up, like the actual scene itself. You know what I'm saying? So the way that they built the scene kind of showcased certain things like that. That was well done, basically. Like, you know, the apes hideout, whatever. You know, all those things are pretty cool, but still, it's like, what? How much are we really putting in? You know, 150 million. But guess how much they made, David?
800.
Lower.
A lot lower?
Yeah, in comparison to 800.
Yes, they're going downhill. Because they made like 7 and change.
Yeah,
on the last one.
Still a lot, but definitely lower.
650.
Lower.
575.
Lower.
All right, tell me what.
490.
Yeah.
490 million. I mean, dude, they're still making 3 times the amount.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
like fuck them. Like they probably weren't happy with that. Cause like, well, we made so much more.
Yeah.
On the one before, it's like, well, you spent more money on that one, also, bud.
Yeah.
You spent more money. I gotta be honest.
And they could have hyped up.
I saw the first 2 in theaters. I did not see this one until, like now.
Okay.
Like I watched it the other day and took the notes on it.
Uh-huh.
That was my first time seeing this one. I don't think I knew this one existed until I saw that there was a new one coming out soon.
Oh, wow.
And that's the thing, like, how much did this, so they completely passed me by. The first 2 didn't.
Yeah.
First one I was like, oh shit, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Went and saw them.
Yeah.
So, like, how much marketing did they really do for the third one?
I don't really, I don't remember too much.
The new
of
one's
marketing.
fucking everywhere.
I just remember the trailer and just remember being like so hyped for the war. And then I liked some of the scenes, but I ultimately got like let down. Yeah. Because you're so hyped because of war.
Yeah.
You know? And then there's like not that much. One thing I will say, last week I said this came out in like 2018. Remember you said it was probably closer to the 2014. Actually came out in 2017.
I don't know if we're... And we're back. Hey, Derek Jeter, fuck you.
Yeah.
You guys, if you're listening, you're probably like, wait, back? What do you mean back? I guess you're watching too, because we didn't give any like, hey, we're gonna be right back.
Yeah.
I don't know, just audio stopped recording.
It was weird.
So you guys missed, I guessed the budget spot on, 150.
Yep.
And I guessed that the gross worldwide was 490,719,763.
It was crazy.
It was insane.
One of the best guesses I've ever seen in my life.
So guys, go to the YouTube, check it out so you can see that.
Yeah.
Because it won't be on the audio, and we'll leave it in the video, because why not?
Super impressive.
Yeah.
David Blaine type shit.
Yeah. Let's talk ratings.
Oh, I love ratings.
Yeah.
David, I fucking love ratings. So
who doesn't, you know?
Yeah.
That's the real question. Who doesn't love ratings?
I'll tell you one person who doesn't love ratings. It's got to be Rotten Tomatoes, because they gave
they love ratings. That's their thing.
I know.
They fucking do it all the time. They've made a website specifically dedicated to giving out ratings to movies.
Oh,
you think they don't love that shit?
Oh, I'm the master rater. I'm Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Absolutely. It's always the first one we do.
Yeah.
What'd they give it?
They give it a 94%. They thought this shit was the cream of the crop. They were like, there's no movie that gets better. There's no movie that deceives anyone more from the title than War for the Planet of the Apes.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy?
That's insane that they gave it a 94.
Yeah, like what else was 94% for Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know, maybe The Godfather?
Yeah, like exactly. All right, so IMDb gave it a 7.4 out of 10. That's a little bit more realistic. Metacritic gave it an 82%, and Google users gave it a 79%, which is fucking insane.
Google
to me.
users,
They make no sense.
I love it. I love it that Google users, because I bet you they were like us. They were like, fucking bad title.
yeah.
Just bad title, thumbs down.
But it's crazy that they would give like Toy Story like a fucking like Google's like, oh, Toy Story's
Toy Story's
98%.
a classic. It's a coming-of-age tale of this young child, Andy. How he goes from liking cowboys to spacemen to eventually not wanting toys at all. And giving them all to some little cunt who lives down the street.
That's a good point.
It's a fantastic stretch of movies.
That is Yeah. Wow. When you put it like that.
Yeah, you're going to call out Toy Story?
Well,
You're going to throw shade at, do you think this is better than Toy Story?
I'm not even saying that.
Because I'm going to disagree with you on that one.
I'm just saying Google users are just like, oh, fuck yeah, to Toy Story, but fuck War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the crossover between the two movies is as strong as you seem to think it is. I think it's different people.
I mean, I think it's
Google
insane.
these two movies.
They're going to be like, oh, I'm going to go thumbs down this movie, but...
Sure. It's insane to go do that at all, but people do it. No need to throw Toy Story under the bus, all right?
My bad. But Rise I gave a 7.7. Dawn I gave a 7.8. So for War, I'm going to give a 7.9. I'm going to go 1 point higher, David.
Man, you and I are just not on the same page here.
No.
I gave Rise, it's the first one.
Yeah.
I gave Rise 6.5, Dawn 6.4. Let's get 6.3.
Are you going to go opposite?
It's in the same wheelhouse. It's a worse movie than them.
I don't know, bro, because the...
Woody Harrelson needed to be a part of the other movies for me to have cared about him.
More, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
like
they should have... Dawn is where they messed up. They should have given more into that. They should have shown... Woody Harrelson being like, we're going to come kill these fucking apes now or something.
This feels like they wrote 3 completely separate movies and Caesar's just a part of them.
That's what I feel. I agree with it.
It feels like they had no intention of making more.
Yeah.
And they were like, a lot of people saw this one. Studio wants another. All right, let's go for another.
Yeah.
And then kind of set up War. Like that should have been all leading to...
I mean, they did in a way because in Dawn, they gave out the signal and the armies from the north came. But we're just now catching up.
It should have all been leading to... And we should have seen all of the shit Woody Harrelson talks about.
Yes, they should have definitely...
Like, it shouldn't have just been, oh, he has this tragic backstory that we're going to hear 5 minutes of.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much time in this movie. And
I think what they gave too much to
character
was the virus. Like, I get it. Like, all the reasons in the story make sense as to why there's less armies, blah, 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 this and that, throughout all the movies. But it takes away the weight from these characters and some of the other things that we wanted to see as the audience by just giving the excuse because of the virus.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's the virus' fault.
Yeah, and then
it's virus.
Yeah, and then becomes these other things like even the humans... all the things that it deals with the virus where we just don't give a fuck about that as much. Like, it makes sense. I get it from like logical viewpoint, script writing wise. Like, yeah, but like that doesn't add as much weight or for us as the audience to care as much. I feel personally
at all.
I think that's where they messed up with this trilogy.
Yeah,
but in the same time, it's still a good movie. I mean, for this one, I would say the opening scene to me was the best scene out of any of the movies. Therefore, that's one reason why I enjoy this movie, just for that scene alone. I'll rewatch that opening scene. I've already done it like 100 times over because that's how much I like that.
Very cool opening scene.
But then
I liked Koba riding the horse with 2 guns through the fire and all that.
Well, that was from Dawn. So
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I think that was a better scene. Like kind of like when I think of the movies.
It was very close for me for that too.
Yeah,
I will say.
Like that was sick.
Yeah.
There's no the prison guard doesn't exist in this movie really.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they kind of they kind of try to make one of the guys that out of nowhere, and you're like, no, stop it.
I will say the first So Rise and then War both did a good job at bringing things full circle at the end. But I agree with you too, where the stories, it's kind of hard to compare them in a way.
I would have make 3 movies. This is the last until I assume the next one is like bananas in the future.
I mean, it would have been great, dude, if this went down a whole different rabbit hole where the apes are destroying armies, like and then James Franco's got to come and be like, Caesar, stop! You're killing millions of humans, bro. You guys got like billions of fucking apes worldwide destroying governments all over the place. Please stop. I would have fucked with that.
Yeah,
heavy.
That would have been sick. Or
or just like apes strong together,
all the way through. I guess starting with last movie because you couldn't do it for the first one really, or you could have. All the way through having fucking a side story of the Colonel.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
To where like we were like, oh fuck yeah, here we go.
A lot of franchises and movies miss the mark with building up the baddie. You know what I'm saying? You really need to build up that antagonist.
And like you look at...
But they use the virus, I feel like, as mostly the antagonist in a way, for both sides in kind of a weird way.
Yeah. But the fucking baddie should have been the Colonel.
I agree.
And like it should look at what Marvel did with Thanos.
Yep.
It's all leading to that. It looked like they were going to do with Kang, and then they were like, I don't even know what Jonathan Majors is accused of, but it's not fun stuff that they want to deal with.
No.
So they're like, all right, done with that idea.
Apparently they're keeping it now. They're just going to recast. That's what I heard. Go.
Denzel.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington. You heard it here first, guys. Denzel Washington's going to play Kang the Conqueror.
I hope it's Marvel him and not his son. His son's been getting a lot of roles lately.
I didn't know he had a son.
And he's good, but I would just rather
What's
Denzel.
His son done?
He was just in The Creator. He was like the main actor, The Creator. He was in the last Christopher Nolan film, not Oppenheimer, but the one before that where it's shit's moving backwards in time. Tenet.
Clock Stoppers. Is that the movie where the guys to watch?
Race Against Time. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
They win any awards?
All right, so this movie won the most awards out of all 3. They won...
Were they nominated for an Oscar?
They were. So they were nominated for Best Achievement in Visual Effects. But, David, guess who won it?
Okay, you have that already? Who won it?
Well, do you want to guess who was nominated?
What year?
2017. So I can name all the ones that were nominated, and then you could guess from that if you want.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so first one nominated is Kong Skull Island. Second one's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Then you got Star Wars Episode fucking 5, The Last Jedi, or 7, I mean. You got Blade Runner 2049, and then you got War for the Planet of the Apes.
Blade Runner?
Yep. Good guess. Yeah. I try to put
there's someone who used to work for me who we were talking about like TV and films and stuff, and he said, I don't really watch TV or movies. I just watch Blade Runner 2049. He was dead serious.
Just like on repeat?
I said how many, like, I like smiled and said how many times, so he knew I was going to think his answer was weird. So he said 6. I don't believe him.
Hold on. So he doesn't watch the original Blade Runner.
Nope.
Just Blade Runner 2049.
Blade Runner 2049.
Is like so Ryan Gosling his hero or something?
I didn't ask more questions. It was too out there for me to be anywhere near professional.
Yeah.
About that conversation, and we were at work, so
You're like, yeah.
I kind of.
This is gonna get really weird.
I kind of just.
It's already got weird.
I kind of let that go because I was like, I don't know about that.
It's so weird because, like, what if for a human being like that? What if you just press him? What do you mean by that? Are you fucking
you
like
just watch that like we on repeat like every night? What are we talking about? Like
you gotta have something wrong with you. That's
and he's like, yeah, every night. But like, all right.
You know you're a fucking psychopath, right?
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't do that.
I know, but then, like, don't you just wish that you fucking did? You know, like in sometimes.
Yeah,
like
what if he snaps?
Yeah.
Then what?
That's exciting.
Then what? Yeah, like I'm fucking. He's like got me by the neck. I'm just trying to get him off me.
And now you're like, oh, I finally feel alive.
And he's saying lines from the movie, and I've never fucking seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be about like AI and like how fucking you can't distinguish between a robot and a human anymore.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he's like, I'm a robot or something? It's getting really fucking weird with it. You can never kill me. Oh man.
Yeah, I agree. That guy also.
He 100%
he no longer works for me.
Cool.
Guess how he stopped working.
Oh man. He just quit. He didn't give a 2-week notice.
That's true. But he also just sent me a text that said, I quit.
He's going to love this.
I called him. He didn't answer. Sent him a text. I said, did something happen? Because that's an aggressive, like, I quit is a aggressive way to say it.
Yeah.
And then he called me back.
It's like, no.
And he's like, no, nothing happened. I said, so dude, you're going about this crazy. And his response was, how so? I said, so let's ignore...
Dude, have you never...
I said, let's ignore the fact that you didn't give 2 weeks. I said, I'll ignore that. Just texting, I quit, is wild, dude.
Yeah, first off, aggressive.
And he's like, all right, well, it's what's happening. I said, yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, all right.
That ship has sailed, bro. I get that.
You absolutely quit. No one's going to dispute that.
Can you imagine if he was like, April Fools?
I wouldn't have believed him, and I'd have been like, no.
Nah, we're done.
I'd have been like, I can't. I had a guy do that once.
Yeah.
I did that. It was the overnight guy, and we showed up like fucking to do his 90-day review at like 6 in the morning.
Like, I'm not showing.
And no, like we got there, he was working, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm glad it's me and Frank. So I'm glad you're both here. I can't do the overnights anymore, so I'm just gonna take off, and I'm done here." And Frank, I like kind of smirked because I was like, "That's kind of nuts."
There's no way. Yeah.
I was like, "That's kind of nuts that he's doing this." And Frank like started getting like, I could tell Frank was about to be pissed. And he's like, "Nah, April Fools, guys. It was April 1st." He's like, "Nah, April Fools. Fucking got both you." I laughed. I was like, "That's great."
It's so crazy, bro, because a lot of interactions humans play. It's a fine line. One of you guys were about to cross that line and be like, well, get the fuck out of here.
I wasn't, because I was in a lower position, and I was just kind of. I was like, this isn't gonna affect me that much.
No, totally.
It's kind of nuts that he's doing this right now. I was like, I'm fucking here for it.
Yeah, a little excitement at work.
Yeah, Frank was like, it's gonna be so much fucking nonsense I have to deal with now.
Oh man, that was so crazy. There was something else I was gonna say, but now I'm wrapped up in that craziness.
Yeah, I quit.
Yeah, there you go, guys. If you're ever wondering how do you leave a job that you don't want to work anymore, that's how you do it.
And do you know how that wouldn't have happened?
Huh?
If we had a dean of discipline over at my work. Guys, you need a dean of discipline.
Yeah, the government.
Speaking of which, if you want to be the dean of discipline for the 5-6 Kings, shoot us a message.
Yeah.
Let us know, guys. 10% of all future earnings go to the dean of discipline. 10%, guys. It's like buying Microsoft in the 70s. And Braden, what did people do who had the opportunity to buy Microsoft in the 70s and passed on that opportunity?
David, they killed themselves.
They fucking killed themselves, guys. Don't kill yourself. Reach out to the 5-6 Kings. Become the dean of discipline.
And I think we're kind of starting a new wave of something going on here. I think we're going to implement, instead of unions kind of like making their way into the workforce, it's going to be dean of disciplines. Like finally the government's going to realize like we're kind of missing the ball here with unions.
Yeah.
We need deans of disciplines.
We need discipline.
Yeah.
And we need someone to carry out that discipline. That person's got to be a dean.
Got to be a dean.
It's got to be a dean.
Shit.
Yeah.
We should guys, that actually makes more reason that you're going to want to get on the groundwork floor of the 5-6 Kings, because we're probably going to get royalties from the government. I mean, think about that government
guys,
money.
You would be in on that.
Yeah.
As the dean of discipline, you would get 10% of those government kickbacks we're getting.
Yeah. The IRS is already watching.
Fucking A.
They're like, whoa, that's a lot of money.
Fucking A. All right, let's talk more awards.
Yeah, more awards, guys. We got the Annie Awards. They won for outstanding achievement for character animation in a live action production. I mean, they deserve that. Yeah. I mean, they created some fucking characters.
They animated the shit out of them,
they
too.
did. But we got the Critics' Choice Awards, where they're going to be pretty critical, right?
Always are.
Always are. But they're going to give the Best Visual Effects Award for War of the Planet of the Apes, because they deserve it as well. Oh, no, they were just nominated for Best Action Movie. Because, they would have won if there was a war. They missed out.
Ain't got no war, baby.
need that war. But now we're in the Hollywood Film Awards. They won for Visual Effects of the Year. Good for them. Now we're in the San Diego Film Critics Society Awards where they won Best Visual Effects. Oh, dude. Bro. Guess what? We're back in San Fran where this is all really going down. And
all the queers are, right?
Yeah.
Right? Huh?
And all the apes that escaped the prison.
Okay.
They gave Best Actor to Andy Serkis. That guy's phenomenal. He's so great. But if there's any fucking society award that's going to give some fucking awards to War for the Planet of the Apes, it's the Visual Effects Society Awards, because they gave the award for Outstanding Visual Effects in a photoreal feature to War of the Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet.
War
Jesus,
for.
it's a big
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. But also they won Outstanding Animated Character in a photoreal feature. That's two. That's two of the same thing.
How many other things were nominated there? Outstanding Animated Character in a Photoreal Feature?
It's because they're all different characters.
That's such a nonsense award title.
Yeah, I hate them.
Just say Animated Character. That leads me to believe there's Animated Character, and then there's Animated Character in a Photoreal Feature.
Yeah. It's like every state wants to be in on this shit. We got the Phoenix Film Critics Society Awards.
Phoenix is a city, Braden.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, because they got the
Yeah,
Austin.
you ain't learned your states yet?
Listen, remember when the West Virginia, that thing threw me for
Oh
a
my God,
loop,
I forgot
bro.
about that.
Dude, it's every time I think about it, I'm like,
Was it, you thought it was just like the western portion of the state of Virginia? Yeah. That's what you thought West Virginia was?
yeah. Or I thought,
Guys, Braden is 29
it was either
years
one or
old.
the other.
And he thought Virginia, he was on board. Virginia's a state.
Yeah.
West Virginia is just the western portion of the state of Virginia.
I mean, fuck, dude. Because if that's the case, bro, why isn't there a North Virginia, South Virginia,
East Virginia?
What the fuck?
Fuck they got going on over Virginia?
What the fuck?
They're just like, yeah, it's just the western part.
I ran out of words. I don't know what to name my state. Fucking bullshit. You should feel stupid if you live in West Virginia.
I mean, you should. You're probably addicted to opiates if you live in West Virginia. They fucking love them up there.
It's a beautiful state. All right, so back to Phoenix. They won Best Visual Effects as well in the Austin Film Critics Society Association. The winner for Special Honorary Award, guess who? Andy Serkis. You're like, that guy's pretty special. We're in the Washington, D.C. Area Film Critics Association Awards. It's like, dude, that's a big title, bro. Just be like, we're with the Washington Awards. All right, Best Motion Capture Performance, Andy Serkis, another win. Guys, we're going to get to the nitty-gritty shit, okay? We're going to get to the Indiana Film Journalists Association Awards. Best Vocal Motion Capture Performance, Andy Serkis. Denver. Oh, my God, I love Denver. They fucking Best Visual Effects, they won. Oh, dude. Oh, you're going to love the International Film Music Critics Awards because they gave Best Original Score for a fantasy science fiction horror film to Michael Giacchino.
Attaboy, Michael.
Yeah.
Fucking earned that shit.
Yeah.
You earned that shit like a motherfucker.
Hey, Utah, baby. They gave Best Actor to Andy Serkis. Look at that.
He's so angry about Andy Serkis.
My leg!
For those of you who don't know, I pretended to attack Braden's torn Achilles tendon.
We're going to get to the most important win of them all. It's the Golden Schmoes Award for Best Special Effects of the Year. They won.
The whole year?
Yeah.
They're not doing multiple. I love that. How many times a year does the Golden Schmoes hold an award ceremony to where they feel the need to call it of the year? Just call it Best Special Effects. Yeah. Golden Schmoes. And of course it was of the year.
Yeah. But
Fuck you.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck North Carolina. They won Best Special Effects though. In Hawaii, bro.
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
With a V. Hawaii.
That's it. They won Best Special Visual Effects, Best Vocal Motion Capture Performance, Andy Serkis. And then, we're going to finish it off on a bang. We got Chicago. They won Best Visual Effects.
Chicago.
We got L.A. Best Visual Effects or Animated Performance, Andy Serkis. And then last but not least, we got the Hollywood Award for Outstanding Visual Effects. And that's it, guys, for the awards. Good for them. They deserve it. Because, that's why I gave them a 7.9. Because
of all the awards?
Yeah.
You saw the awards, you're like, well, I got to give it a 7.9 now.
And I was like, once in the Golden Schmoes, gave it
Once
the okay.
they got on board, you're like, it's got to be 7.9.
Yeah.
No more, no less.
No more, no less.
All right, guys. For editing purposes, we're gonna take a quick break. But guys, don't you dare go anywhere because we got a whole movie to break down now. So stick around. And we're back. Hey, Derek Jeter. Fuck you. So the movie starts. We're in the jungle.
Yeah.
We're in the jungle. It's got Nam vibes.
Oh, it does.
For goddamn sure.
Mm-hmm.
On the screen, it says 15 years later.
Yep.
Or it says 15 years ago. We had Rise, and it just
of the Apes.
So we're 15 years after
They
broke
Rise.
out of the fucking zoo thing that they were in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says like something dawn, and now we're at war.
Yeah.
It's really we're 15 years later. It then says the humans have a colonel that they described as ruthless. I can't fucking wait to meet this guy. I'd never seen this, but they were just like, there's a ruthless colonel who's going around just taking the fight to the apes. I was like, oh, this guy's going to be nuts. He doesn't live up to the expectations I gave him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't disappoint by any means.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird way to say it, but that's how to describe.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like they should have gave his character more, but Woody Harrelson still did great with what he had.
Yeah. Fantastic. The soldiers in the woods, they all have fun stuff on their heads. Someone has endangered species.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has monkey killer. And someone has Bedtime for Bonzo.
It's great.
Which I Googled. And it's a movie starring Ronald Reagan and a chimp. And the chimp's wearing like pajamas in the poster for the movie.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah. It is wild.
Yeah. Great reference.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see like a gorilla comes up behind a soldier, and you're like, okay, they're getting the fucking drop on him. And then we realize the gorilla's working with the soldier. They keep calling him Donkey.
One thing which is funny because they like Donkey Kong. That's supposed to be the reference. Like here, the big ape is Donkey Kong, but then they refer to the other, like the main apes, like Caesar as King Kong.
Yeah, Caesar's King Kong.
Pretty dope. I like that. But one thing I will say is the beginning of every one of these movies, we had a similar scene that was always a little bit different. So in the first, in Rise, it was apes getting captured by animal control or something like that. And then in the next...
Animal control?
I don't know. Who was it? It was fucking...
It was tribalistic, like, people who are selling apes.
Yeah, that's what it was. Poachers.
Yeah, poachers. Yeah.
I'm tripping on the animal control. Poachers. But then in the next film, it was the opposite way around, you know? And, wasn't there was
just
the monkeys.
The opposite way around makes it sound like they were hunting humans.
No, yeah.
They were hunting like elk or something.
Yeah, my bad. And then in this one, you know, we see the humans hunting the apes, which is sick.
Apes again. Yeah. I assume Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes opens with apes hunting humans.
And that's what I believe it is, too. We see that in the trailer.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's not the opening scene.
Yeah.
If it's not, that for sure immediately starts at 6.2 for me. And it has no chance of getting above 6.2. It's got to work hard to maintain that 6.2.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's how we open up.
A part of me thinks it doesn't open up like that just because of the way that I have come to a theory on the movie.
Well, you've theorized?
How the movie's going to happen? Yeah. I've kind of given a little theory. I'll give it really quick. So,
does it give anything away in this movie before we?
No.
Okay.
No. So I think the main character in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is going to be Noah. I think his name is. I think we follow Noah a little bit.
You think God's going to make a flood and Noah's going to build an ark and get 2 of every animal?
And it's going to piss me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that really what you think?
No.
I was like, because you know what? That would piss me off.
Yeah. No. And I think we see him kind of like exploring the world that it's supposed to be like 300 to 400 years afterwards. So it's going to be like a lot of towns just being like overran by probably like trees and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're probably exploring. I think they have like their own tribe kind of thing. And we're going to see Proximus Caesar, so the main king of this movie, take over their tribe.
What's its name?
Proximus Caesar.
Okay.
and he's going to take over their tribe because they're not willing to hunt humans. And then they're going to force them into the kingdom because of that. And then Noah's going to escape. And then as he's escaping and trying to figure out what to do, he's going to come across that girl where he saves her. And I think that's when they're going to show them hunting the humans. And I think he's going to save her from that like hunt that they have going on.
I hope not.
And then they're going to go on this journey to free his tribe from Proximus Caesar.
So there you go. You heard it here, guys.
That's what I think.
That's what's going to happen in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Do you think that we'll see consensual sex between ape and human?
Dude, it's going to be disappointing, but no, I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither.
And that's a missed opportunity,
we
bro.
totally should. Guys, the roles are going to be reversed.
Yeah.
Like it'll be weird still.
And listen,
but I think you show it.
I mean, listen, I would be all ball for fucking, like a literal gorilla showing like
gorilla rape.
Yeah, but like kind of, not like, but like kind of showing the gorilla getting into it kind of thing.
Showing him rape.
Yeah, but not like full, obviously,
You want it to be a bloody rape.
Yeah.
Because he's got a huge gorilla cock.
Yeah, but
Is that a thing?
I'm sure they're packing, bro. I saw a monkey the other day. It was a weird looking skinny penis, but it had some length to it. And I'm like, okay, well, if that's like a fucking monkey, what's a gorilla packing? It's like one of those whales. They got like a dick that's like 14 feet long or some crazy shit. Can you imagine, bro? Swimming and you get knocked unconscious and you drown, but
dude, listen to this. Do gorillas have big penises? In fact, an adult male gorilla's penis measures only around 1.5 inches, and then it does a dash. It says, fully engorged.
Well, because you got to Randy Marsh this shit. You got to take the circumference divided by the...
No, let's not make a South Park reference over the fact that an adult male gorilla has a 1.5 inch penis.
Which is crazy. That means the chimp
that
has
is
a bigger dick.
Baffling to me.
Yeah.
That's why Caesar is the king.
It is, yeah.
For most of these movies, I'm like, why the fuck doesn't one of the gorillas just say, "Oh, I'll fuck Caesar up"?
Yeah.
Now I'm the king.
Yeah.
This your king? Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
And that's why.
They
see what Caesar's packing, and they're like, nah, well, clearly he's the alpha.
Yeah, he's got that alpha dick. Yeah, no, for sure. But, what the fuck were we talking about with rape?
You want a gorilla to rape a woman, but I guess it wouldn't be that cool anymore.
Yeah, I guess not. It wouldn't be that cool.
There's this dude with a crossbow who just starts fucking taking out apes, and you're like, oh shit, this guy's no joke. And then
well, hold on, right before that, they walkie fucking the colonel, and the colonel basically tells him like, and he's like, yes sir, and that
there we go. Yeah. So that's our introduction to the colonel, but not really at all.
Yeah.
And so we see they have like a big trench thing built. It's like they have like it's a fucking fortress up there.
And they say they think they're close to the base, and that's when basically Colonel's like, all right,
it's like, well, take it out.
Take it out.
So they do that. They blow it up, and there's an ape that like once that starts, he runs and gets help, and we see fucking 1,000 apes just come out of the fucking woodworks.
It's sick as fuck.
Like, oh,
they cut back, dude, and we're seeing apes all over the place get shot, blown up. I mean, and
blown to fucking bits.
Yeah, dude. We're watching like literally 40 Marines essentially like work their way up towards the trench, and right as they think they're doing something.
But real quick, you can see the gorilla. You can tell the gorilla's sad about what's going on.
Yes.
Donkey.
Yes.
You can tell he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking turned sides, but look at all these apes dying.
Yeah.
This ain't good.
Yeah.
And then smoke grenades start getting thrown out at the people, and you're like, shit, smoke can't be good.
Yep.
And then the apes with fucking arrows.
Dude.
Just
long
start, spears, arrows. They just start fucking taking out the humans. And you're like, oh my God, this is sick.
And
this is so fucking sick.
It's so dope, dude. And it really builds up the hype where you're thinking, oh my God, this is going to be like a bunch of shit like this for the rest of the film, where there's going to be these back and forth battles and wars, essentially.
And it way isn't.
Yeah. And immediately after they throw those spears, they literally kill off everyone besides 3 dudes, but we really only think it's 1 at first. And
because the dude he's on with the colonel, and he's like, hey, I
I'm the only one left.
I'm the only one. He's like, I'm not going to make it out of here. I'm probably going to die.
So then we hear a colonel say, all right, well, you kill every last one, or you kill as many as you can. And immediately a fucking ape is right there with a spear, and the guy doesn't. He doesn't do shit.
Like,
he's like, no.
Yeah, well, he's like, I'm not dying. I'm not dying right now.
Totally,
like, fuck that. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, true.
Let's play this out and see.
Yeah, hopefully you would, because I feel like you would be like, all right, I'm going to die anyway. There's no way this ape is going to be like, let's save this dude. I was kind of thinking that, like, if I was in his position, would I just think, like, even off myself or some shit? Like, dude, I'm about to get pulled into a bunch of apes that I just killed.
Well, this guy only had a crossbow.
If I'm thinking,
so it'd be tough.
If I'm thinking ape today, that means they're gonna bite off all my fingers and my nuts and skin me alive.
But it's not ape today.
It's not exactly.
It's ape.
Yeah.
It's smart ape.
It's smart ape.
Yeah, it's Planet of the Apes.
It's rational ape.
So Caesar shows up, and they tell him there's 63 dead apes, and he's not happy.
Yeah.
He goes over to deal with the prisoners, and the dude who was calling the colonel is fucking starstruck.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God. You're Caesar. You're him. We thought you were dead. Oh my God. And Caesar's like, knock it off. Like,
calm down.
I don't want to do any of this shit.
Yeah.
Other dude is pissed. The other dude that's there is like, you fucking dirty apes. You're going to slaughter us. Fucking apes, yeah. You're just monsters is all you are. He's just like, you guys came to us.
Koba started this war.
He explains that to them.
Yeah.
And the gorilla that's with the people is there. And that gorilla followed Koba.
Yeah, and I like that the human was like, why the fuck are you basically doing this? And I love that Caesar gave like the real answer. If I'm the human, I'm like, listen, I fucking feel you, bro. You let me go. I'm making sure we never fuck with you again. All right, one bad ape, one bad human. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm good, bro. Yeah.
And the gorilla's like, I followed Koba. Now this colonel is the fucking man. The gorilla's like, this colonel, Caesar, you're fucked. All right.
Everything.
Everything.
I'm like, all right, shut the fuck up. All right, dude. You're a gorilla, bro. You could climb a tree and you weigh 500 pounds. Stop being such a pussy, bro.
Yeah.
He has ultimate power.
Caesar lets the people go and tells them, tell your colonel if he leaves us in the trees, we don't have to keep fighting. Tell him leave us the fuck alone and the war's over. And then this albino gorilla comes out, and he's like, the traitor got away. He hit me and got away.
I forget his name, but I think we should call him Snow White.
I think they call him Snow.
Winter.
I just call him the albino gorilla.
There you go. Yeah.
And he's like, he got away. There's nothing I could do. And they're like, shit.
Yeah, and he's bleeding on his head. He's got like a big gash or a bunch of blood on his head, I guess we should say.
Yeah. They made it was good. The gorilla fucked him.
Yeah.
Fucked him up good.
Yeah. Looks like if you're going to choose between an albino gorilla and a regular gorilla, you choose the regular gorilla.
If you're going to choose against an albino person or a regular person, I'm choosing the regular person also.
Yeah.
Albino anything.
No.
Except the Palm Beach Zoo. They got an albino alligator.
Thing's huge.
It's pretty sick, too. Yeah, I didn't know that existed.
It's big.
Marty. His name's Marty.
Oh.
They're like, come party with Marty. And you go in there, and he's not partying.
He's just sitting still.
There. Yeah, he's like, fucking nonsense.
He hasn't moved in 20 years.
Yeah. He's probably dead.
Yeah. Stuffed.
So Caesar is sitting there, and he's blaming himself for Koba fucking years later.
Yeah.
And Maurice is like, knock that shit off. He's signing it. Maurice doesn't talk. It's annoying because it's been 15 years, and you would think Maurice would learn how to talk.
We saw him in the last film teaching the alphabet.
Yeah. Only sign, though.
True.
And then he said run.
Yeah.
To the humans. Yeah. Just make Maurice. The fact that every ape doesn't talk in this movie is infuriating.
And orangutans are already, like, I'm pretty sure smarter than normal apes anyway. Like, naturally, I'm pretty sure that's the case. I just saw a literal video of an orangutan. He taught himself spearfishing by watching humans do it.
Look at that.
What the fuck?
Look at that.
What the fuck?
And Maurice can't talk.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Caesar's son and Rocket show up.
Yeah.
They were somewhere. We don't know where yet. And they give a hug. And then he's like, hey, Lake's here. And Caesar's son runs over and has a nice moment with Lake.
So we know
apparently that's his missus.
We
but
know
like,
Cornelius is beginning his fuck on, or whatever Caesar's son's name is.
Just Caesar's son. Cornelius is the really
little
small one. Yeah, but like, I get that he would have a significant other, but don't just force that here.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, hey, real quick, look at that.
Yeah.
He made a connection with somebody.
That's
Remember that, okay? Always remember that.
And
Lake.
And maybe I'm fucking forgetting something, but like, give us that in the last film, dude. Like,
Yes.
build it up.
They did not give us any of that.
No.
Him and Kobo were side by side the whole last
That's
film.
what I'm saying, yeah.
Caesar's son and Rocket, they went and found...
Oh, also, being played by some hot-ass chick.
Not the son.
No, that's son.
Cornelius.
Oh,
you told me, which is
was
the
it
little one.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought it was like a baby
Dumbass.
playing. Cornelius is a fucking small little fucking...
Yeah.
Damn, all right.
Yeah, Caesar's son and Rocket, they found a place for them to live on the other side of the desert. They're like, let's go now. And the albino gorilla's like, all right, we need to go right now. Let's go now. Let's go right now. And Caesar's
To
like,
the point to where Caesar had to stand up and be like, shut the fuck up and
and he's
pipe
like,
down. I'm sorry, Caesar, but your son, he's been gone for so long, he doesn't know.
yeah. Caesar's like, we got to find a safe way to get everyone. He's like, they got there because it was the two of them.
But we are many.
Look. They're like inside a waterfall. It's sick.
It's a sick setup.
So sick.
Yeah.
I'd be annoyed to leave,
Yeah.
but gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
And Caesar's like, look, there's no way we're getting everyone out of here in the middle of the night.
Uh-huh.
It's like, we'll figure this out. So then everyone goes to bed, and then Caesar wakes up because he sees
Green light like
green lights
flickering on
coming
his
down the
face.
waterfall, and he goes over and he grabs on a rope and sees that it's special forces. They're dropping in
Through the waterfall.
So Caesar leaves.
Yeah. He tells his son, he says, protect your mom and brother.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go hide.
Yeah, I'm going to go do my own thing.
Essentially. And then like he goes away from where everything is.
So this is one thing that actually did annoy me a little bit. You just got done with a literal battle. Like that day, you just got done with a fucking battle. You have a lot of your own that are really hurt and injured. You up your security by a lot.
Yeah.
Especially after they just told you that the colonel's ruthless. He's coming after you, trying to find you.
Yeah.
They've been trying to find
Colonel
you for
is
a
everything.
long time.
He is everything.
He's ultimate power. Yeah, he's everything. Yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah, but no, they had 5 on patrol.
Yeah.
Caesar goes and it's like, there's 5 on patrol. He's like, all right, well, let's get all 5 of them. And then there's some people in there, and they start fucking up humans, trying to do it quietly. And then they hear some gunshots, and Caesar hears on the human that they killed walkie-talkie, King Kong is dead.
Yep. So they killed. So there's 3 of them. They got 2 of them, and Caesar runs back to his room and sees Woody Harrelson.
Woody fucking Harrelson just looks back at him, looking all sick. You're like, Woody Harrelson, guys! I did not know he was in this movie. I did not I did no research before watching this.
And his
so
face
the
paint-
fact that the badass, crazy fucking gorilla killing colonel was Woody Harrelson did not disappoint me at all.
And he looks sick as fuck.
He looks so sick.
Yeah. And he looks back, and they connect eyes. And then as they connect eyes, Woody kind of looks towards who we just...
So Caesar realizes his wife and his son were killed.
But it's
Woody
Woody
Harrelson thought it was Caesar. But like
Yeah.
he killed them.
Yeah.
And then Woody shoots at him and then goes to get out of there because she realizes, like, all right, well, like, I've alerted all of the fucking apes now. I need to get out of here. I'm
Yeah.
grossly outnumbered, and there's the king ape. Let me see if I can get him, but let's get out. And Caesar chases after him and jumps and holds onto the rope, and he's climbing up after him. And then Woody just cuts him loose.
And he falls.
Caesar goes down. He falls far and hard.
Every movie,
Far.
he falls far and hard.
Yeah, every movie.
He does.
Every fucking movie.
It's crazy.
Jesus, the first one, him and Rocket are fighting.
Yep. The second one, he fell down or got
should have
shot.
been dead when Koba shot him.
Yeah.
And now this one.
Yeah.
Caesar's just the best at falling.
He is.
So they killed his family, and they find out they're looking. Caesar's like, "Where's the albino gorilla?" And they're like, "We can't find him."
Yeah, they're like,
we think he betrayed us.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no shit, he did.
No fucking shit. Because the other gorilla got away too. So now they're like,
Yeah, he let that gorilla go and told them where they could find
probably
him.
be best for us to get the fuck out of here now.
Caesar's youngest is still alive,
Yes, which he found. Yes.
which is played by
This hot ass chick.
Hot ass chick.
Yeah.
Hot ass chick playing a little baby ape.
She knows who she is.
So they're going up. They're loading up everyone to get the fuck out of there. Like putting people on horses and stuff. They're making a big voyage.
And I hate. This is where the movie kind of takes a very shitty turn for me. I don't know about you.
Caesar goes up to Lake and is like, "Hey, you loved my son. Now look after the baby, because I'm not coming." And she's not stoked. She's like, "I don't want to watch the fucking baby."
What the fuck?
Yeah, your son died last night. I don't know. Now I'm looking after his little brother.
Yeah.
Fuck you. But everyone's like, "What do you mean you're not coming?" He's like, "No, you guys all go. I gotta go kill the colonel."
And he's trying to say, like, as I attack them, that should give you guys enough time to fucking get past them and get to where you need to be.
Yeah, but
it's like so stupid, bro. I don't like that. I didn't like that.
So Caesar's riding away, and then Rocket, Maurice, and a gorilla
The
show
most
up.
important, though, it'd be like, who's right underneath the president? Oh, these four? Okay, now, so basically all the main leaders of this tribe are just gone.
They're like, "We're gonna come with you." Caesar resists at first. They're like, no, we're gonna come. Fucking deadbeat dad Rocket finally acknowledges that his son's dead.
Yeah.
It took a movie and a half for him to be like, "Caesar, my son's dead too." He's like, "You're right. Coming with."
I guess you could come.
You know what nobody fucking acknowledges here, though?
Huh.
That Rocket and Caesar's dead son are the only ones who know where this fucking place they're going is. They send all the fucking gorillas to some place somewhere on the other side of the desert without the two apes who have been there or the fucking king. They're just like, yeah, they'll find it.
I didn't even think about that.
They'll find it. You go through you can't miss it, Caesar. I promise. Caesar, trust me, if you were there, you'd know what I'm talking about. You just go through the desert and you can't miss it. It's big.
Yeah, the only thing I could say about that is like that night, maybe they kind of went over some shit like that.
Show us.
But yeah, exactly.
Show us anyone know.
The audience to
They're just
believe
like-
that all these apes just know where to go.
They did show us them go over it. They
No,
went,
yeah,
here's
yeah.
the desert, and it's over here.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, is that to scale? Those two lines you just drew in the fucking dirt?
It's like 20 miles.
Yeah, you guys were gone for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
Dude, and like the amount of space that a chimp could probably get. And they were on horses, weren't they?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That means hundreds of miles, bro. Like,
Yes.
dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
Horrible.
You could easily go
Horrible
probably 15
idea.
miles in a day on a horse.
Caesar should be like, Rocket, I don't care about your son. You're the only one who knows how to get there.
Yeah.
You need to go.
Yeah. 100%.
But he didn't. So they're going their separate ways from the rest of the apes.
And now it's kind of showing us the Simba and Puma fucking when they're walking through and like everything's changing as they're like walking on the horses. It's like a shot like that, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about. Hakuna Matata type shit. Yeah.
They pull up to like this camp that seems empty, and then a guy shows up holding firewood, and they like point their guns at him, and he goes, "Hey, all right, hey, I'm just gonna put this down."
I fucking hate this.
And then he like drops it quick and goes to shoot him. There's an orangutan, an ape, and a gorilla. And he doesn't know Caesar's there, but Caesar's off to the side. They are pointing guns at him. And he thinks he's going to put that down. He's not going to duck and cover.
No.
And he's just going to shoot all three of them before they shoot him. And he might have been able to pull it off if Caesar wasn't there. Because Caesar shoots him from over off the side and then kind of looks at them like,
you guys weren't going to do shit?
You're just going to let him shoot you? What the fuck are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
They find a kid, and if there's one thing we found out in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Maurice fucking loves kids.
So
he diddles her.
Yeah.
Diddles her in her bed, and then goes to, what's his name? I don't care.
Caesar,
and he's like, the kid can't speak. But he signs it. And we're like, yeah, the kid can't speak. Neither can you, Maurice. Why the fuck can't Maurice speak? It's been 15 fucking years.
15.
It's been 15 years. And guys, notes are so much more difficult to do this fucking podcast when they're signing every goddamn thing they say.
Yeah.
I gotta like pay attention and get notes down. Every ape should speak. I swear to fucking God. And they're gonna sign because the people can't speak in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, David, you're gonna love this.
But if every ape doesn't speak if every ape just doesn't have the ability to speak in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I'm fine if they do some sign language. If they don't all speak to each other, fuck that.
Well, you're gonna love this, David, because primatologists who saw the film, a little fun fact, a little trivia. Primatologists who saw the film said the ape's behavior was surprisingly realistic. Karen Kovalaw's performance as Maurice the orangutan was especially noteworthy. That's from the primatologists.
Yeah, realistic. Because sure, the other apes are talking.
No, yeah.
I get that Maurice is realistic, but it's been 15 years in a world where apes talk.
Yeah.
Fuck them for not having Maurice talk.
Yeah, fuck you, primatologists.
Fuck you. No, like, they're fine.
Okay.
They're like, that was realistic. Like, the rest of this movie wasn't.
No,
like, oh my God, the rest of this movie wasn't realistic. Maurice was.
Yeah.
They nailed him. He was a realistic orangutan.
He was.
But not in a world 15 years later where other apes are talking and using guns and riding horses and shit.
Especially because he teaches the fucking alphabet.
Maurice just like, I'm going to do the signs. That's what I do. I learned the signs 20 years ago.
Yeah. And then
now that other apes talk, I don't.
They make it like a point in this film, as well as the last films, that Maurice is one of the smartest of all of them. But he's one of the only few who can't speak.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's not, but he can.
But he can.
He does sometimes.
He does. Yeah, exactly.
But fuck
Perfectly,
him.
too.
Yeah, but fuck him.
Yeah.
Talk.
Nova.
Nova.
Perfect.
Yeah.
V is hard.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking difficult.
Yeah, it'd be the hardest fucking alphabet to learn.
Maurice insists on bringing the kid so he has something to do on this adventure.
Mm-hmm.
It's what he says. He said, Caesar, I'm going to need something to do while we're out here.
Yeah.
All right? And he's like, all right, bring the fuck doll. Just have fun.
Diddler's got a diddle.
It's for you. They come up to an army camp. They got a sign at that camp that says, the only good Kong is a dead Kong.
There you go.
And we see albino gorillas there. And they're like, oh, we're going to fuck this dude up. And then they just find, he's like washing his hands.
Yeah, what the fuck is he doing?
Like they get into the camp without anyone
like
noticing.
Sitting there,
washing
whatever.
But he's like at a sink washing his hands or something.
Yeah.
You're a fucking gorilla.
And I don't think that the gorilla that is just betrayed and just switched sides, they're just going to leave so free in a way. Like just,
he earned his keep.
I guess.
I think they might.
Yeah, maybe.
They might. But so fucking Caesar and the
they
boys,
get in pretty easily,
they come
though.
into the camp, yeah, and they see him there. And he
they
tells,
wrestle
he's
him
like,
down.
I had to do it. He's like, fucking blah, blah, blah. He's like, I let the gorilla go and told him where they were going to live. In exchange, they were going to bring me on and let me live.
And they're like, oh, yeah? Well, then fucking Caesar's like...
Yeah. So he tells them there's an army coming from the north. The colonel went to meet them. And they're going to join forces to fight the apes together. So he's like, you're fucked, Caesar. He's like, not as fucked as you. And then they kill him.
But before that, Caesar says, my wife, my son, and then, dude, fucking Vanilla Ice over here is like,
he's like, oh.
Yeah. He's like crying, basically.
He thought they would kill Caesar and that'd be the end of it. Said they didn't
Which
kill
is crazy,
Caesar.
though. Like,
like a fucking...
What do you think? It was going to be so fucking easy and pretty?
Yeah, they just slit his throat and get out of there.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
And so they kill him quietly so as to not alert the other soldiers, and they do it successfully.
But they should have done it a little bit more like really. It was like Caesar just had his fucking hand over his mouth and kind of like in a chokehold, but it should have been like a struggle, like and like really fucking squeezing the life out of him.
Yeah.
Not like
instead they just made it quick and kind of painless.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, guys, I'm gonna go take a shit. So we're going to take a quick break, but don't you go anywhere because we'll be right back.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back. Hey, Derek Cheater, fuck you.
All right. How you feeling?
So, feeling good.
Good.
Feeling good.
Emptied that.
Oh, I just saw you in the toilet, Derek Cheater.
Yeah.
You piece of shit. So Caesar's sleeping, and he's having a nightmare, and he sees Koba. And Koba tells him, ape, not kill ape.
Oh,
Caesar just fucking choked a gorilla to death.
Yep.
and they wake him up because the soldiers are leaving and they're going to follow the soldiers out. Soldiers pull over to execute 3 soldiers in the snow.
Yeah.
You're like, huh, what's that all about? And all of them have blood around their mouth. And they go and they check, and one of them wasn't dead. So like, hey, what happened? And they notice he can't speak either. So little girl can't speak, little bitch soldier can't sleep. And then, do they put him out of his misery, or do they just let him die?
They don't show. All we see is that Caesar leaves the barrel like to his forehead as if he's gonna like blow his brains out.
Okay. So they put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Nice.
So Caesar and the boys, they climb up like a bridge tower thing.
Yeah.
And they're just talking shop, apparently.
Yeah.
You know, chopping it up, you know, talking about their lives, checking in, talking sports.
Good stuff.
And the little girl is just sitting on a horse, and we see a person with like a coat and a hoodie come up and steal from like the shit. They have shit on the horse. Comes up and steals it. It's binoculars and a gun. And like as he's finishing stealing shit, they notice up on the thing and they start screaming. Then they go down and they chase him. He shoots after him. He shoots behind him at least once.
Yeah.
And goes.
And he ends up at like a house in like the middle of like fucking nowhere in the snow.
Fucking mansion.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
House was sick, and then they go in, they're looking for him, they can't find anything, and then they see the fireplace.
Yeah.
And they like Caesar yell.
They're all standing right in front of it, and the person just like throws the gun out of there, which is crazy because you can't see inside. So really, that dude had a great shot.
Oh yeah, he had the jump on them.
Yeah.
Throws the gun, throws the binoculars, and then comes out and says, "Bad ape, bad ape,
bad ape."
And they're like, "Oh shit!
Oh, we got the pussy ape.
Yeah, it's an ape.
Yeah,
it's a fucking ape in people's clothes." And keeps saying he's a bad ape. Says he was in the zoo, and when all this happened, he got out. The rest of them died. But he's like, "I live, baby.
Yeah.
Look at me now, huh?"
Yeah. And then Caesar's trying to ask him like where did the colonel go or you know colonel go or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, bad place, bad
place,
bad humans," or something like that.
Yeah, Maurice is wondering if there's more apes out there. He's like, "Huh, I wonder if like
this is super intriguing."
Yeah, he's like, he's here, he's talking. He's like, it's nuts. Are they fucking everywhere now? Not just our group?
Which is crazy that they're just starting to learn, oh, the thing that we were given to us, which is a virus, has started killing humans and shit like that, and also potentially making other apes smart around the world.
Yeah.
So that's where they're
realizing, like, oh, shit, like, this could be a Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And
which is what I was hoping this movie was already going to be about. Like, I thought that was already going to be established. And Caesar, like, you know, has got apes in fucking Japan doing shit.
Yeah. Instead, nah, just
small little.
Yeah, it's still just that group.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more out there. We're not sure.
Yeah.
But the apes stole food from the colonel. Like, he stole it from the campsite.
Yeah.
And gave them some shit to eat so they could eat. He really doesn't want to leave. And as a way to try to convince them to stay, he gives the little girl like a plate thing.
Yeah.
It says Nova, off of a Chevy Nova, and he gives it to the girl. And he says it's fine because I have triples of them. He's like, I have every classic car. I have doubles of them, but I have triples of Barracuda, I have triples of a Roadrunner, I have triples of a Nova.
Yeah.
And triples is, you know, it's best. It's safe.
Yeah.
You know me. I love my cars.
Yeah,
I'm always out just riding hours on end. You know, he's got triples of the Nova.
Mm-hmm.
And Caesar and the ape, they bond over both having dead kids. Or no, Caesar's kid's dead. The ape's kid might be alive.
Yeah.
But we don't meet the bad ape's kid, do we?
No.
That just gets dropped, right?
Yeah, that gets dropped.
He's like, maybe he's at the ape prison.
Yeah.
And Caesar's like, yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. Only one way to find out. Let's go.
And he's like, no, I don't go back. No, bad place.
But the ape, he says he wants to find his kid there, and says, maybe I take you. And Caesar's like, now we're fucking talking.
Ah!
Let's go. So they're going to go. The gorilla comes out and he puts...
Just took a little heart-to-heart, you know?
Yeah. Gorilla comes out. They're getting ready to leave, and there's a tree with flowers. The gorilla pulls a flower off the tree and puts it in the girl's hair to make her look sexy. Says.
Dude, and like 2 fucking minutes later, they're like scouting out a place.
The gorilla says, I know it'll be your first time, but I'm only 1.5 inches, so it won't hurt. I promise. Thank God we looked it up. I did not plan on doing that at all. Because I mean, think of it. If you're that young, it's going to be your first time. 1.5 inches, it might not hurt.
I mean,
God damn.
if there's someone out there with a inch and a half, or let us know how that goes.
I'm sure. Well,
yeah, it feels good for them, but like,
yeah, it feels great for them.
but like for their partner,
You know, sex is sex and pussy's pussy. You know what I'm saying?
But is dick?
No,
That's what I'm saying.
dick ain't dick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The ape dresses up. Bad ape dresses up for the trip. He's excited. He's going on a road trip.
Yeah, he's got a the fuck do you call that thing?
I
Not a
don't
blazer,
remember.
but it's like one
Coat.
Yeah, but it doesn't have sleeves. It's just like a thick padded
Vest.
vest.
It's a vest.
Yeah, there you go.
So they're going out and like they find like a lookout thing, I think, where 2 soldiers try to attack.
Yeah, they just come out of nowhere. So basically, they're looking through the binoculars, and then all of a sudden they start to attack, and that's when Big Gorilla comes out of nowhere.
No, so
Yeah,
Big Gorilla is there.
yeah.
It's Caesar and Big Gorilla. They go out. They want to like go up ahead and look.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
see the camp.
I just meant that as like Caesar's getting attacked, and then Gorilla grabs the dude and starts like attacking him.
So Gorilla's there with him, though.
Yeah.
Gorilla starts and like they're fucking him up, and there's a second guy, and they're gonna have the drop on them.
Mm-hmm.
But then Rocket comes out of nowhere,
Yep.
and just fucks them both up and kills them. But Gorilla took
The fucking end of the staff, whatever they call it,
fucking whatever.
the knife at the end of the gun.
They fatally wound the gorilla. Bayonet.
Yeah.
They take the bayonet,
Yep.
fatally wound the gorilla. Little girl gives him the flower back.
He puts the flower now in his ear, and it's like, okay, I get it. This is supposed to be the war for the Planet of the Apes. Now I get it.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So now Maurice is like, all right, well, let's leave and let's go join the other apes in our new home.
Yeah.
And Rocket's like, fuck that, dude. We're here. We're here. The gorilla will have died for nothing if we go do that. Like,
Yeah.
Eat a dick, Maurice.
Yeah.
And Maurice
But this
agrees,
is
or Caesar agrees with Rocket.
Yeah.
And Maurice goes, man, you're just like Koba. And Caesar's not happy. And he's like, I told you motherfuckers not to come in the beginning.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have let you come.
So then Caesar.
I go alone from here. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. So now Caesar's just, I don't know, too confidently, but he's pissed off. I get it. It's like just kind of like walking towards that area, and bro, he sees 3 apes.
It's like the Boltons.
The Boltons,
in,
yep.
in fucking Game of Thrones, like on the one of those. If you've seen Game of Thrones thing, it's like an X, and they're like
They would skin them
displayed
alive
out on it.
Yeah, and like
They didn't skin the apes alive though.
No,
It's
not-
PG-13.
Yeah.
That'd been way cooler if they did.
That was crazy though in Game of Thrones when you saw them all. It's just their muscle. That shit was. I was like, whoa, bro, that's graphic. I love it, but yo, that's fucked up, dude. People might get PTSD just looking at that shit.
He's looking. He sees them just displayed on that, and then he looks, and it looks like a fucking concentration camp
Yeah,
with apes in it.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's not good. Fuck. And then looks and just gets fucking KO'd by the gorilla.
Yeah.
The-
And
by
I did
donkey.
not like that, bro. You're going to tell me a big gorilla is going to sneak up on Caesar?
Caesar was so
I
just
get it, yeah.
baff-
Caught and
He's seeing them
Yeah.
displayed like that, and then he
Yeah.
sees the prison. He's like, oh my God, this is great. Boom.
you never think
Just-
a
yeah.
gorilla would be so silent.
Yeah. Gorilla fucking caught him off.
Yeah.
You never expect the gorilla to be silent.
Nope.
So here's where most of the movie takes place. Caesar's in chains and in prison. The dude it's the gorilla and the dude who Caesar set free.
Yeah.
The dude who Caesar set free, they show like a couple times where he looks at Caesar and like kind of feels bad.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough for the fact that Caesar set him free, and because like they clearly wanted to build that like, oh, this guy might not be that bad of a guy.
Yeah.
He feels bad about this, and he's a piece of shit.
It was definitely a weird mismark.
You got to either go full Saving Private Ryan,
but it's got to be for a reason.
Either full Saving Private Ryan, or just like full on like, oh no, you saved my life, I saved yours.
Exactly. And if you're going to show this many times, we're not going to touch on it every single time, but there's at least 3 times where they touch and show us that this guy is looking at Caesar in a certain way where he almost feels bad. And we'll get to it, but I don't like, they basically did all that for nothing.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson walks in and he's naming a bunch of famous generals and then naming the general that they beat in big battles.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't take you for much of a history buff. This is a huge deal right here.
One of them he said was...
He names Napoleon and says whoever Napoleon beat.
And then Sitting Bull versus one of the army generals.
General Custard versus whoever General Custard beat. Like
Sitting Bull.
Yeah, like he's just naming famous generals.
Just times where it was like crazy that the leader of one army would be literally meeting with the leader of another army in some way or another.
And he explains to Caesar how he's here, and he's like, I was surprised when we captured the rest of your tribe that you weren't with them. And Caesar's like, oh, what? Fuck you just say to me?
Oh, like no one saw this coming. When I literally called this when I watched it. I was like,
when they sent
exactly
all of the gorillas, or all of the apes, to a place that they don't know how to get to.
Yeah.
They've never been, nor do they know how to get to. There are 2 people that know how to get there. One of them's dead, and the other one's Rocket, who's like, I'm not going with you guys. I'm going with Caesar.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit.
And like, just like little things. Like, why wouldn't you have scouts in the trees? Like, I get most of you guys are on horses and are walking on the path. Why wouldn't you have 5 monkeys be high up in the trees, you know, a little bit on the outskirts of you guys to keep a perimeter watch? Like, I don't need to be a mutated fucking super scientific smart now ape to fucking know that.
No, you don't need to be shit to know that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
Caesar, like, they bring him out there in chains, like, walk him through everybody, and they see him. His son's going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
His son is going
I'm surprised Woody
nuts.
Harrelson's like, oh, does that one mean something to you?
Yeah.
Like, grab him.
The fact, like, because Caesar didn't really give a thing, and someone, like, calmed the son down some.
Yeah. But
Smart.
one in particular was obviously going nuts.
Yeah.
And they obviously saw it, you know?
Like, they should have been like, I'm
going to fuck that one up.
That's the one that we fucking torture.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they lock Caesar up across from his son with the adult men. They have women and children in one, men in another. Smart.
Yeah.
You don't want a bunch of fucking ape rapes. You know? Can't have that.
Can't have that.
Can't be having ape rapes.
But we did see, though, that his son's girlfriend, Lake or whatever, was in there. Because then she was like, kind of forgive everyone that they're not, like, coming to your aid immediately.
Caesar's locked up with the men, and the men are fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Like, the men turn their backs on him immediately because he abandoned them.
Yeah.
And now they're in prison. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look where you ended up, you asshole.
You set out on your own, like, personal self-righteous vendetta when you should have been, like, taking care of us.
Yeah. This is your fault. Soldiers come out.
This is the next morning, bro.
Soldiers come out. I didn't, they chant something that I didn't write down. Yeah. I have it later.
It's actually very similar to my football team's chant, and I'm not even kidding. This my coach used to have us chant this, especially when we were on the buses on the way in, so the other team would hear us, and it was, blood makes the grass grow, oh, oh. And we keep like chanting about how our blood makes the grass grow, and like others, like the blood does something else too. So it was a couple references to how the blood does something for them, and they would all go, oh, oh, or something like that.
One of the guys chants, "We are the beginning,"
and then we are the end,
and the end.
Yeah,
the rest of them chant,
which is actually, I do like that, because that is kind of saying like, we are the last frontier of human survival, is like what they believe. This is the way I kind of took it.
No, I took it as they're the beginning and the end. This is how I took it. And then, like, they're standing. Woody Harrelson walks out on, like, a balcony that's overlooking everything.
Sick.
And they go fucking wild. He straight razor shaving his head.
Yeah.
And the soldiers just go fucking nuts when he comes out. And then the national anthem starts playing. So they just start grabbing apes and fucking dragging them out of the cages and making them get to work.
I love it.
They're building a wall and like setting up like a forced labor assembly line.
And this is exactly what should have happened in Godzilla X Kong, but they should have had Scarred King doing what the humans are doing to the apes, but to humans.
Yes.
And dude, that would have built up so much. Like,
that would have been sick.
Dude, the weight of us being like, oh, here comes Kong and Godzilla gonna free all the humans.
Yeah. Instead, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They need us in the writing room, David. That's
they do.
Bro.
Yeah, they fucking do.
Hey, Hollywood.
If you're going to make another fucking Kong or Godzilla movie, bring us on board.
Yeah, we're like
Hollywood. Hollywood.
Yeah, well, it's like
hey, Hollywood, come after us.
It's Cartman's was it Robo 3000 or
Osimo?
Osimo 3000.
So Adam Sandler is like
in love with a dog on like an island or something, and they're like stuck.
They're like puppy love, great.
Yeah. Ah, dude.
So an orangutan like drops something and fucks it up, and they have Donkey go grab him, and he's gonna start whipping him, and Caesar yells, "Leave him!" And everyone stops. All the chimps are like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah."
And not just like they start like slowly building up, and before you know it, they're all going behind him. And then Woody Harrelson is pissed.
Yeah, so they bring Caesar over to Woody Harrelson. Yeah. Woody Harrelson should have killed Caesar immediately.
Should have.
That should have been like in front of all of them. Kill Caesar. Kill their hope.
That's what would happen in real life.
Yeah. Now you motherfuckers work.
Exactly. That's
so he brings Caesar over, and Woody Harrelson goes, "Make him get back to work." Like, no.
Apes need food and water.
Yeah. Oh, so Lake told them that they hadn't eaten.
Yeah. And they're like super exhausted. They've been through a lot.
So
I'm sure you have.
Donkey gives Caesar lashes, and he takes him like a fucking champ.
Yeah.
And he still won't tell them to get back to work.
And he puts the fucking pistol right to his face and gives him the count of 5. And when they
hold on. Before he does that, Woody Harrelson kills the orangutan.
Yes.
Fucked up.
There was an old orangutan.
just blows his fucking brains out.
Yeah, which is
and
nice.
And then puts the gun in Caesar's hands. Like, you got to the count of 5 to make them start working.
Yeah. And then once when they get to 2, that's when she picks up a fucking boulder.
Yeah. She's like, we're working.
And everyone gets back to work.
Yeah. We're working. Then he goes, all right. String him up, Donkey.
Yeah. And Donkey does.
So they string him up.
As they're supposed to. How else do you get apes to get in line?
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
You don't.
You gotta rope them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're then Maurice and Rocket and Bad Ape. They hadn't left.
No, they're scouting it out. And
it's just to show us how funny the writers can be. They hand Bad Ape the binoculars, and he looks at him backwards. Or they hand him the thing. Goes, "Oh no, why so small?" And then they flip the binoculars around for him, and they're like, it's funny.
Wow, that's so much better than watching
this
missiles.
Being a war for the Planet of the Apes, you know. And Donkey comes up and is like, Caesar's on a thing, and Caesar's just talking shit. He's like, "You think they're gonna let you live?" He's like, "Yeah, they are. I'm their man." He goes, "Let them call you Donkey.
You are ape.
You are ape." And then he fucking goes, you think he's going to just kill Caesar.
Yeah.
And he like cuts his hand free.
And then you think he's going to let him go.
Yeah, you're like, oh, shit. Okay.
And then he's like,
Colonel wants
shit. And this is probably one of the best interactions, I would say, in the film from like one character to another.
Woody Harrelson, he starts it off. He's playing like fucking like cool classic rock music.
There's one thing I didn't like about this.
It's not the Rolling Stones. It has a similar feel to like, "Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name." Boop doo. But I'm sure it cost them tens of thousands of dollars less to get the rights to whatever song this was.
Exactly.
And it was just like a cool Woody Harrelson's the man feel.
Yeah.
He's like kicking back, like drinking out of a flask.
Yeah.
And he tells Caesar that he needs to get the apes to start working on that wall, or he's going to slaughter all of them.
Yep.
One by one.
Yeah.
He said, "I'll slaughter all of them one by one."
So
which is so much worse than just mass killing all of them.
Yeah, and
one by one, Braden.
And then, so what does Caesar do? He gets emotional. So then immediately Woody Harrelson's like, you're so emotional. And then immediately Woody Harrelson gets emotional by talking about his dead son.
So real before that, Caesar says, he's like, we need food and water.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson's like, you're not in a position
Yeah.
to be fucking sitting here negotiating with me. He goes, I am actually. He's like, I know you're building that wall because the army from the north isn't coming to help you. They're coming to fight you. So you're building that wall to fight them off. And Woody Harrelson's like, God damn it, you're smart.
You're smart, eh?
He's like, yeah, they said you were smart, but God damn it, this is
impressive.
He's like, my God. Like, Woody Harrelson is legitimately taken aback. He's he's like, fucking it, you've been here for a day and you put that together.
And then also,
none of those other motherfuckers know what's going on here. You fucking figured it out immediately. Like, Woody Harrelson can't believe it.
Also figured out the whole thing with the humans killing the humans, that they were infected.
Yeah.
That was the
He's
other
like,
thing.
you were
He's like,
executing
wow,
people.
you are impressive.
He goes, I think you have no mercy, is what Caesar says to him. Woody Harrelson doesn't like that.
No.
He's like, think I have no mercy?
And this is when he gets
You
emotional.
think I have no mercy? And he starts talking about the people who can't talk, they're infected. So, like, they were able to survive the virus.
Yeah.
But now the virus is turning them into apes.
Yeah.
Without being born bigger and stronger. Just mentally, they're apes from 15 years
So they're
prior.
dumber.
Yeah, like they're humans' physical capabilities with ape intelligence, which is less. And just like
he gets into this sad story about
Think
how
about
his son
slowly got it.
turned into it, and he had to contemplate for days about killing him with the gun, and it got sad. And I really wish, this was a missed opportunity. It would have been great if Caesar was like, who's the emotional one now? Or something, bro. Like, what?
that would have been dark. That would have been out of character for Caesar, though.
Totally. But I was just like, fuck, you know?
And Woody Harrelson, he killed his son. Did it himself.
Yeah.
He's also eating off of a knife this whole time, which is so badass. Like,
Yeah.
they made his character so ridiculously badass.
He's not scared.
He's straight raising his bald head.
Of a little cut.
He's fucking just eating off a knife.
Yeah.
So cool. And killed his own son. And Woody Harrelson he's like, so now, like, anyone who can't talk, we kill. And people didn't always agree with that. So they sent some of the higher ups sent some people here to try to tell me I had to stop. He goes, and what did I do to the guy who Caesar saved? And he goes, you severed their heads, sir. You're like, oh shit!
Should have
He's
saw
like,
that though.
and sent him back to him. And I said, if they want to relieve me of my command, they'll have to meet me here and do it themselves. You're like, fuck. Yeah, Woody Harrelson, because this is a holy war. All of human history has led to this moment. If we lose, we'll be the last of our kind.
And
It will be a planet of the apes. And we
will become your cattle. Now, that has got to be where the director and the writer took the next movie to. They must have literally been like, all right, well, that
Boom.
line is what sets up the next movie.
boom. Because I didn't mean to kill your son. But if he was meant to inherit your unholy kingdom, I'm glad I did it.
And then immediately Caesar goes crazy again trying to kill him. And then immediately Woody Harrelson goes,
He's pissed. He's fucking pissed.
Oh, so pissed.
Not that like Caesar like hit him or anything. He's like, come on. Why are you taking it so personally?
so emotional.
So emotional. You came here to kill me. If you succeeded, what do you think my men would have done to every single one of your apes out there? And Caesar's like, oh, shit.
And then he says, what's more important, saving your apes or killing me?
Yeah. And Caesar's like, fuck.
That's a good point.
Woody Harrelson says, it's chess, it ain't checkers.
There you go.
Bad ape, he accidentally finds a way to sneak into the camp. He's like he's being weird and like hits something and realizes it goes underground.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's a thing.
They were like right outside of camp, though, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
finds a way for them to be able to sneak
But
in.
right before that, they showed...
So real quick, this is outside of the camp.
Yeah.
He found a way for them to be able to sneak into
Yes, yeah.
camp.
100%. And when right before they showed, like, as he was finding that, they were like running up from behind a rock right in front of the wall with patrol looking all around. I'm like, dude, there's no way they're not seeing these fucking monkeys.
No, they hid behind the rock.
Yeah.
They hid behind that rock. That's how they didn't see him.
Yeah,
there was the rock that they hid
the small
behind.
rock, and then they went behind the big rock.
Yeah. So like they couldn't because they just look and they just see the rock and they're like, oh, look at that, there's a rock there.
Yeah,
okay,
I get that.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson is having all the apes fed. Caesar is strung up on the X still.
And now, I don't know if they're trying to do this, but I got some Jesus vibes.
Of course they are.
Right?
That's what they've been doing this whole fucking 3 movies.
Yeah.
He's the Messiah of the apes.
Exactly. But now, especially since he's like literally nailed up on the cross, basically.
Donkey goes and he has like a bucket of water, like he's gonna give it to Caesar, and Caesar like holds out and then he just dumps it on his head.
And that's the thing; they're like torturing him too. Yeah. So he's like basically dying of getting sick and cold and all that shit.
Yeah. They're so Rocket, Maurice, Bad Ape, and the little girl are down in like a tunnel.
Yeah.
And they're like figuring shit out. They're exploring the tunnel. Girl and Bad Ape, they see Caesar strung up on the thing. Caesar he's going in and out of consciousness, and he sees Koba. And Koba tells him, "Sleep, Caesar. You cannot save them. Apes die here. Come join me." And then Donkey cuts Caesar down and like throws him in a cell, and Woody Harrelson's there, and he says, if he's still alive by morning, put him to work.
Yeah. And then we get kind of like a silly little thing that happens. We see the little girl just walk right into the camp. And like I get it, she's a human, no one notices her because of that, but she's also 1 foot tall. I don't know. We see like in the foreground, like around her, 2 feet tall, whatever. But there's
I'd take
3
the
feet.
over on 2 feet. I'd say
3 feet.
I'd say damn near 4 feet.
I'd
say damn near 4 feet. She's maybe more than 4 feet. She's like 7. She's not, she's not a baby.
But still, there's enough like military men around to where they should have been like, hey, what the fuck is that little girl here doing?
Yeah, they should have known.
They
should have
She
known.
was walking directly down the very middle of it.
Yeah. She goes in and she gives Caesar her doll and gets him some water.
And gives him some seeds.
Other apes give Caesar some food to bring over.
Yeah.
Give her food to bring over to Caesar. And they do like an "Oh Captain, my Captain" type thing. Yeah, they all... But
apes
solidarity.
Together, strong.
Guard comes out, and the little girl's like, "I'm a fucking person. Like they're not gonna care." But Caesar knows.
Yeah,
they're executing anyone who doesn't speak. That motherfucker up there killed his own son.
Yeah,
he will fucking destroy you. Get out of here. So like she runs and hides, but like just know she's in there. It's not good enough. So Rocket runs in to cause a distraction, and
he ends up.
The little girl escapes.
He ends up getting a little tussle with Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And Donkey Kong ended up beating the shit out of him.
Yeah,
I was like,
Donkey's got like 100 pounds on him.
Yeah, it's funny though because Woody Harrelson kind of called him on his bluff and like shot next to him for them to stop, but kind of gave him a look as if like I know what you're fucking doing kind of thing, even though he didn't.
He didn't. You always felt like Woody Harrelson was a step ahead of everyone.
Yeah,
but he kind of wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a fun character to watch.
It was, yeah.
And Donkey fucks him up, whatever. And
he gets put in the cage too.
Yeah, but Woody Harrelson asks Rocket if there's others out there. And Rocket doesn't say anything, so he tells the guards, sweep the area.
Yeah.
Let's find him.
Let's fucking find him.
Yeah.
But now it's the next morning, right?
Guards come out.
Yeah.
We are the beginning!
We are the end!
And
the end.
And yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Caesar's still alive. So they're putting him to work. Woody Harrelson sees the doll, and he's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, grabs the doll. This is what I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but I just don't like that is the...
Does that, and he's like, man, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Him sneaking in toys.
What is this?
Yeah, and then he brings it.
Why I oughta...
They're counting like how many steps between the two like things and signing it back and forth so they can send it to Maurice.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out like how they should go about doing this, and they're talking about how they can use these tunnels, blah, 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 but they can't get to the children's cage to be able to get them out through the tunnel. So then Caesar's like, we're going to have to figure out a way to get them out, obviously above ground.
Yeah.
But
so they're now...
We cut back to like the orangutan, Maurice, and them like in the tunnels, right?
Yeah, they're down there. They're figuring shit out in the tunnels.
Yeah, we do. Is this the part where we see that there's like a a man-made fucking little dam underneath there? I don't even know what the fuck that thing was.
Dam.
It's like a dam, but it's like
beaver dam.
Yeah, little
Beavers
dam.
did it.
Yeah, and that starts for some reason just like
Okay, so
water.
not at all here, but
okay.
Yeah, but it happens soon. It's gonna start flooding down there.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And Donkey's putting Caesar back in his cell with the guy who Caesar freed. And Donkey tells Caesar that they're going to kill all of the apes once the wall is done. And it kind of looks like they're both going to turn, but they don't at all. They just lock him up and leave. You're like, oh, all right. Maurice, he fucking talks.
Yeah, now
to
he
the girl.
talks. Yeah, now he's good.
The girl's signing, asking if she's an ape. And he says, you're... Nova.
And says it like perfectly though.
Nova. And you're like, why?
And she is so happy.
Yeah. Why can't he just
He says that she's brave and he goes,
yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't care if I've been with this orangutan for like 2 days. I would be still shitting my pants if this orangutan goes,
yeah.
To me, I'd be like, whoa.
Hey, easy.
And he's trying to call her brave.
Easy.
I would have immediately been like, not brave, and been like, yo,
Yeah,
dude,
no,
chill out.
take it easy. Because we're recording this so much later, I don't know what I was getting at here. I really don't understand what just happened. That's what I put here. There's something that happened that I was just...
I think it has to deal with maybe the dam.
No,
Because then he ends up closing the thing.
Because I put somewhere there's a flood and that it was trickling water.
Because we never really get to the bottom of that shit, though.
There's just, that's not at all. There's another scene that I just don't have here.
Oh, okay.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been that important because I don't know what the fuck happened, guys. Bad Ape, he dug a hole to get them out in the thing. So now there's a hole in there, and they notice that there's a flood, so they can't dig over towards the children.
That's what it was, yeah. So they had to close down one of the tunnels so that...
That's not what I didn't understand. There's something that happened that we just don't have in here.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the flood.
Okay.
All right, quit telling me.
Okay.
Quit fucking telling me that I didn't understand the flood, because I get floods.
You are.
All right,
they
happen.
floods, yeah.
My Chevy Malibu, my first car ever, drove it through a flood.
And it got flooded.
Oh, it got flooded. I had to get rid of the car.
Yeah.
Fucking crack the
It's the best
engine.
way to learn about floods.
Oh, yeah. It's the best.
Yeah. Never forget.
So they can't dig to the kids. But what they do,
They have to find a way to finesse the keys.
so they fling shit at the guard who's up on the thing, and he
And this is some sticky fucking gooey shit.
he
I'll
way
say that.
overreacts. He by himself goes, "Oh, I'm going in there," and runs down things like, "Which one of you motherfuckers did it, huh?"
You think you would just start shooting at him anyway or something, bro? Just kill a couple and
I'd
be like...
stay up on the thing. I'd shoot one of them and
Yeah.
be like, "Don't fling shit at me."
Yeah, there you go.
That's what's gonna happen.
And that's what I immediately thought where, okay, Caesar, why would you tell them to do that knowing that you're potentially risking one of them
He
getting
knew
shot?
that guard was a hothead and he'd want to get down there
Yeah.
and find the one.
Caesar's really good with human psychology, behavior. Yeah.
Yeah, so he runs down there and Rocket like lures him towards him down by the hole, and the guy fucking falls through the hole.
Because Maurice grabs him by the ankles and
Maurice,
yanks him
Maurice
down.
fucking kills him down there.
Yeah, quick, too. And Maurice looks up with a cute little smile and gives him the gun.
So then they toss the keys
And the
out.
keys, yeah.
And Caesar and Rocket lets all the adults start going down the hole. Or no, they wait. Rocket gets out and goes and lets Caesar out. They go and let the kids out.
Yep.
Get the kids in there and then start getting everyone down the hole.
Yep. Which you would
There-
still think
these-
there would be
and here's-
a few
and
more
here's-
guards.
Here's
though.
the best thing. We just see all of the guards just like walking around the perimeter while this is happening.
Thank you. Yeah.
Not a single one of them looks inside the cages that they're guarding and sees, oh shit, they're all out.
Yeah.
There's none of the women or children are here, and they're all going through a hole over there.
I'm sure just opening and closing the gate in itself is loud enough to alert.
To where someone's gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the guards who
Metal
are patrolling
clinging.
it.
Bullshit.
But they don't.
Yeah.
You know? They just don't.
And miraculously, the war begins.
So they're all getting out, and Caesar's like, nah, I came here for a reason. I'm going to finish this shit.
Koba couldn't escape his hate, and neither can I.
There we go.
Maurice was right.
Now the human war started, and Woody Harrelson isn't coming out. And the guards are like pounding on the door, like, Colonel, get the fuck out here. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's go time.
That
They're
guy had a good
out.
voice. The guy was screaming, Colonel.
Yeah.
Good voice.
They're freaking the
I don't
fuck
know who
out.
that was, but
you nailed it.
yeah.
You yell Colonel like no one else.
I was like, shit.
They're just bombing the fuck out of everyone. It's nuts.
I mean, a lot of
They were spinning around,
Yeah.
going nuts. They tried to rip the Wright brothers off the ceiling, brother.
We see 10 like attack helicopters coming in, and we see some of the like missile systems that they set up onto the wall. Took out half of them. We cut back and forth, and that's one thing I noticed. About half of those attack helicopters got knocked down by those. So I'm like, okay, decent wall that they built thus far.
You know, if you're gonna have Apes build a wall, you're making it worth it.
Yeah,
There we go. You're utilizing the wall. I can respect that.
I can respect it.
So Caesar gets up and he finds Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson has the virus because he had that fucking toy that little girl with the virus was carrying around.
And he's like trying to grab his alcohol. He probably knew it was happening. He's like, I'm just gonna drink myself to death right now. Yeah, is my guess.
I think he was, or he's gonna kill himself.
Yeah. Or just
Caesar
so
comes in, and Caesar has the gun, and Woody Harrelson like gets up and like puts the gun to his head with Caesar having it, but
he like can't speak.
Caesar didn't kill him because ape, not kill ape.
Look at
Fucking
that.
beautiful.
That's full circle right there.
And then Woody Harrelson kills himself.
Yeah. But then right as that happens, Caesar goes and like grabs like a thing of grenades, and as he's doing that, like 3 people get in, start shooting at him, and he does some crazy, let me fucking dive down, grab onto the American flag as it's burning to like let myself down because it's so fucking high up. And as he's doing that, the other people are shooting at him, and he is Jesus. He is the Jesus ape in this film because not one bullet fucking hits him, and he's matrixing all over the place. It's wild.
Donkey. So here they have a 600-pound gorilla
On the wall.
working with them.
Yeah.
And the way they're best utilizing the 600-pound gorilla is he reloads the guns when they want to shoot him.
It's crazy.
They have a gorilla who should be, they don't care if Donkey dies.
Yeah.
He should be on the front line just ripping people's heads off.
Yeah.
Instead, he's just handing them, like, he's reloading the gun. He's like, all right, you're good.
Yeah.
And then they start shooting.
And it's funny because they act like as if they're, like, not able to do it without Donkey. So, like, there's, like, moments the whole
Donkey,
time.
come on, load it.
Donkey, hurry. It's like, why would you rely on Donkey to be so efficient at reloading all this shit?
And now the apes are getting shot at, too. These humans on the wall are fighting the humans that are coming.
And there's
and
a lot.
they're shooting at the apes. They're just
Yeah.
like, fuck it. We're fighting everybody. It's us against the world, baby. The apes are just trying to leave.
Yeah.
The apes are trying to get the fuck out of there. And they're like, nah, they're civilian casualties at this point.
Yeah.
And they're just shooting at them.
There's, like, baby monkeys and shit, and they're like, nah.
Donkey sees, so Caesar's running. There's like a oil gas thing that they're showing. And Caesar's running toward it with the grenades.
And
guy with
Donkey
the
sees this.
crossbow, who Caesar saved, shoots Caesar.
And this is what we're talking about. Why even put all those other scenes or shots beforehand?
Don't show him be conflicted.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't show that at all.
Yeah, and if you were gonna do all that, at least show some confliction before he shoots Caesar. Even though he still did, at least show me that he was like battling it in his fucking head or something. Because otherwise, all of it was just for no reason. I mean, still even that would be for no reason. But at least we got to see him like struggle with it in his mind a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
He just fucking takes him out, and then he's coming up to the kill shot, and fucking Donkey with a grenade launcher just boom takes that bitch out.
But how does the dude know what he just did? All he did, like the guy who, because then the guy who's shooting the guns that's having Donkey reload turns around and just fucking pulls out his pistol and shoots Donkey in the head. But he was turned around when Donkey shot the
Whatever.
thing.
So he was telling Donkey to give him the grenade launcher.
True. I guess that was enough.
And then Donkey used it and shot there. He's like, Donkey's not helping.
But for all he know, Donkey could have been trying to shoot at Caesar.
Donkey's job is to obey him.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
He's disobeying, and that guy's got to put him down.
He's a donkey.
So he puts him the fuck down.
Yep.
And then Caesar throws the grenade and blows up the whole goddamn camp.
Dude, everything.
Sick.
And then I'm thinking, like, what's the logic of putting your gas tanks right there that is like, where if that thing blows, everything is blowing up?
Just where you got to put the gas tank.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
got to put them there.
Yeah.
Gas tanks got to go somewhere.
Yeah, the pipes got to meet up somewhere.
Yeah, they got to go somewhere.
Yep. Ew! Oh!
Yeah, guys, if you're not watching the video, you're missing out. I farted pretty good and then brushed it over towards Braden.
That's what
it was
they
a good
need
one.
to do.
Caesar gets out. He somehow escapes all the explosions. I mean, he's an ape, so sure, he does.
Yeah.
New soldiers roll up acting like they just fucking did something.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
There's a lot of them.
They roll up acting like they just won the war and it's because of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they just fucking go for it. They're like, yeah! And then they look and they see Caesar. And they like start pointing the guns. And then you hear a loud boom. And they all look. There's a fucking avalanche coming through. Caesar runs. All of the apes run. They get up in the trees, baby. Get up in the trees.
Yeah, get up in the trees, quick.
Avalanche kills all of the people.
Yeah.
None of the apes.
Okay, so this is what's kind of like disappointing to me. The writers, everyone, war for the Planet of the Apes, and the only way for the apes to win and the humans to all get destroyed is a fucking avalanche.
Avalanche, baby.
Is that really a war?
You never saw it coming. It's all about twists. A lot of twists. M. Night Shyamalan helped them write the ending. He helped them write the ending. He's like, gotta have a twist. Avalanche.
No one saw the avalanche coming.
Yeah. So they travel for what must have been days to their new home, the promised land that that Palestine has no right to.
No right.
They traveled to that. And Caesar finally dies from the wounds that he received days ago.
Yeah.
Fucking days ago.
Well, I didn't like this because Maurice is just now seeing that he's hurt. It's like no one saw him
until they get. It's sick. It's beautiful. It's paradise where they end up.
Yeah.
But then Maurice is like, "Oh, you're bleeding. What the fuck?" Yeah. And he's like, "Your son's gonna know what a great man you were." He's signing it because Maurice chooses not to talk here either.
Which means his son. He didn't hold his son for days.
Yeah.
And then he's dying, and all he wants to talk to is Maurice. He doesn't want to say goodbye to his son. He doesn't want to say goodbye to Rocket. And then he fucking dies.
And
then Rocket and then Notice, and they start to walk up like, what the?
Yeah, they're like,
the very end.
Like, that's the end. Credits roll. Do they think Maurice fucking killed him?
Yeah.
Or like, Maurice, what the hell?
You're going to expect me to believe he just rode hundreds of miles for over fucking 4 days, bleeding out of his armpit, and he's been bleeding this whole fucking time? Like, that was fresh blood Maurice touched.
Yeah.
Maurice, you killed Caesar.
Yeah. You were they murdered Maurice right after that.
Yeah.
If Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes doesn't explain how Maurice was branded a traitor who killed Caesar and they killed him, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You know what else is bullshit? That the Nutty Professor doesn't get the goddamn respect it deserves. It is the undisputed greatest movie of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
You know what else is bullshit? That CMX Theaters only has one IMAX, so we got to go to a later showing of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Guys, we're going back to the movies!
Wow!
How exciting. Back to the movies, guys. Next week, we're bringing you Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because we did the first three. Now we do the new one.
Yep.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Only in theaters, guys. Check it out.
Yeah.
Support your movie theater.
Do it. Because our movie theater, it's like getting a little redo done.
It's been getting that redo done. It's been a very long time. It looks like they're just getting rid of everything, is what it feels like.
As well as employees, because we never have to check in.
God damn it.
I mean, we're righteous people. We pay our tickets.
I bought the fucking ticket. I bought it online already. Like,
Yeah.
we're going. Bought the 2 tickets.
But we never really have to.
We could totally walk in there and nothing.
Yeah.
No one would say a fucking word.
So
Brady, once your ankle's better, we're doing you spending 24 hours in CMX theaters.
Sleeping in the back row.
24 hours.
Dude. Do a GoPro, put that on YouTube.
Dude. And
then get banned from CPC.
Oh, for life. For fucking life, man.
Hey, I'm exposing what you guys are doing wrong with your business.
We have to look into the legality of if you could go to jail for...
I would be so pissed
for
off.
trespassing.
Whoa, what the fuck? I thought it was America.
Yeah, I'm sure you could go to jail for trespassing, so we'll need to figure that out. It's not legal for you to stay there.
It's not my fault. I fell asleep. The chairs are really comfy.
No, because
I got low iron.
They'd be like, "Well, we watched the Planet of the Apes episode where you made it clear you were going to do this."
Yeah, just because I had the intention to do it doesn't mean that I didn't actually fall asleep.
Yeah, those unrelated.
Both could be true.
Yeah. So, Braden, I don't want to do all of the things. When do new episodes of the 5
Every
Kings come out?
motherfucking Monday.
Every motherfucking Monday. But what if they don't?
And they don't.
They don't. Because, we might just go live for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
We might.
Which means it would come out on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, late night.
Yeah. Like, there could be a movie that's called War for the Planet of the Apes and then not have a war.
Yeah, because that happens.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what happens.
And, sometimes it's just not on Monday.
So, guys, every motherfucking Monday, unless it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it.
But you said it.
But you said it. So, guys, the date got pushed back. Moved some shit around. Scheduling's changing a little bit. June 10th, the day that Pam and Roy were going to get married, but then douchebag Jim Halpert. She's like,
crazy,
I'm a perfect person. When they're on the booze cruise, he was like, enough playing around, Pam. How about we set a date for the wedding? How about June 10th?
That's so crazy.
And they're going to do June 10th. And then Rob Riggle's like, I can marry you right now as captain of the ship. And Pam's like, no. That's crazy. I don't want to get married on the booze cruise at 40-degree weather.
There you go.
But, guys, there we go. June 10th. That's the next time for a very long time that we're going to be doing a listener suggestion, guys. So get them in. And Braden, if they want us to do their favorite movie, they're like, fuck, I loved hearing them break down War for the Planet of the Apes. I can't wait to hear them break down Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. But I want them to do my favorite movie. Yeah. I want them to do Octopussy.
I love Octopussy.
Where would they go to tell us to do their favorite movie?
David, they would just go to our DMs on Instagram.
Whoa, we have an Instagram?
Yeah, 56 Kings.
Hold on, so you mean at FIVESIXKING?
Yes.
On Instagram?
Yes.
Well, they just DM us. They're like, hey, I want you to do this movie.
Yeah.
And then we'll just do it?
Yeah, don't send us a letter through the mail. That could get lost.
No, that'd be crazy.
I don't check the mail.
I share a mailbox with 9 other tenants in my building because that's how we do mail there.
Fuck that.
So fucking crazy ass Rich in apartment 2 can be like, I want to see what movie this person wants 56 Kings to do. And then Rich would just know. I'd never find out.
Yeah, so you got to DM
So
us.
don't send it to my apartment, guys. Please.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so right now, if they DM us, they're going to be dealing with us directly.
Oh, so direct.
But if we had a dean of discipline, none of that shit would happen. This would be way more streamlined.
Yeah.
They'd be dealing with the dean of discipline.
So
guys,
fucking
if you're listening to this right now and you're like, I think I could be a good dean of discipline. Well, guys, you go to those same DMs and you tell us why.
Yeah.
You tell the 5-6 Kings why you would make a good dean of discipline. And if you're chosen, 10% of all future earnings for the 5-6 Kings.
And
guys.
just think about
10%. That's like buying Microsoft in the 70s. And Braden, what did people who had the opportunity to buy Microsoft in the 70s and they passed on it do?
They killed themselves.
They killed themselves. Guys, don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
Be the dean of discipline.
Be the dean of discipline. You're going to like it. And then you can even put it down on your resume for other future dean of discipline jobs.
No.
No. Or
it's blood in, blood out, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We're going to
it.
fucking jump you to get you in as the dean of discipline.
And then you can't
Then the
leave.
only way you get out is in the fucking grave.
That's it.
All right? That's the only way you leave the 5-6 Kings, all right?
Yeah, we got a lot of trade secrets
Hoff
going
and
on.
Corbin are still members.
They are.
Don't you even worry about that, all right?
Yeah. That means you're going to be boys with Hoff and Corbin.
Who doesn't want that?
That's protection
Oh,
right
my
there.
God. Gee, there's so much protection. You
That's
fucking
like-
kidding me?
That's like when I got Winter and I got fucking the other gorilla, and okay, you're Caesar and I'm fucking Maurice. So, it feels pretty good when you got Winter on your side and you got fucking what's the gorilla's fucking
I don't know.
name?
The gorilla doesn't have a name.
He doesn't
He's
have
just
a name.
a gorilla.
He's fucking gorilla.
You got Gorilla and Rocket. Winter was
Yeah, he was betrayed.
yeah. We don't want. We got no Winters.
No,
in
fuck
the
that.
5-6 Kings, guys.
Yeah, no wishy-washy bullshit over here.
You got anything else?
Nah.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you all very much. And we'll see you for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.